General Motors is set to settle a criminal probe by the U.S. Justice Department for $900 million over faulty ignition switches. The flaw is linked to more than 100 traffic deaths. GM has recalled more than 2.5 million vehicles related to it, and the CEO, Mary Barra, has been bogged down in investigations since almost day one of her tenure. And, of course, we know that GM has recalled more than 30 million vehicles overall since this issue was brought up, and that they have had trouble putting it behind them, I think, until recently. Even though they've still got this legal issue out there, there has been more focus on the quality of their products and their sales numbers, which I'm sure that they're happy about. Now they get a fine that's smaller than the fine that Toyota got, which is also, for the company at least, and shareholders, very good news. The problem is, has the culture at General Motors really changed? Because this was Mary Barra's main goal after this whole issue was unearthed. And I wonder if scheduling a press conference at the exact same time as the Fed meeting shows you that it hasn't changed that much.
All right, having said that, and we all know the information, the stock is up today. In fact, if you looked at the stock performance, let's say since the end of August, if you'd been able to pick some up for under $25 a share, you were doing pretty well. But having said that, what kind of marks would you give Mary Barra for having dealt with this issue that she inherited? High marks?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
At least an A.
Okay.
I'm thinking A+ in my head, but I don't want to give an A+.
All right, okay, all right. An A.
She's done a great job.
Great. All right, now, turn your attention to the products themselves, whether it's the Cadillac or the Chevy truck division for Suburbans and SUVs, larger size. They're knocking it out of the ballpark.
Stunning.
Right?
Stunning products.
Okay.
Camaro, Corvette, the Sierra, the Silverado, the Colorado, the Canyon. I mean, amazing products.
Okay.
The Impala.
And how about competition against Ford, specifically in the pickup market, the F-150?
It's been incredible. I mean, their trucks are as fuel efficient, if not more fuel efficient, without the whole aluminum spend and fabric and plant refitting. So,
and the last thing is, you haven't heard about overseas stuff that much about GM, about how they're dealing with the GM Opel business in Europe, the slowdown in emerging markets, or even the problems that they may or may not have with Buick in China. What do you think overall?
They've actually done well in China.
Yeah.
They pulled out of Russia. They pulled Chevy out of Europe. But she's done a fantastic job at managing this business.
So